Hey y'all, welcome back to Rolling Pin Recipes. Today we are making a lemon pound cake. Lemon is not my favorite flavor, but this should be delicious. I've got a half scoop here. We need 2 cups, half 1, half 2 of all-purpose flour. We need 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt. This is a perfect recipe for Easter or just a spring dessert. This is almost a teaspoon. We're gonna just whisk this a tiny bit. Set that aside. Now, I have 1 cup of butter here. We're going to try and whip this up. I'll get off this excess and we will whip this up. All right, y'all, we need to gradually whip in 1.25 cup of sugar. This is a half scoop. Just gonna whip this and add sugar. We're gonna scrape down the sides. Keep adding. That's half. We might just do 1 cup of sugar. About what I had in my jar. We're gonna scrape the sides down and whip it again. I've got a cup of sugar in here so far. We might stick to just a cup. Alright, y'all, I've got 1 lemon. However much this produces is gonna have to be good enough. I can smell it. Okay, it's coming out a little bit. Look at that. Don't get your fingers in there. Alright, y'all. Smells incredible. Get all this zest out. Smells so good. Alright, y'all, we need 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Juice and everywhere. I gave it a little roll on the counter. Smells delicious. Just gonna juice it into here so I can remove the seeds and get the proper amount. Rolling it like that and not having them super cold is allowing me to juice them really well. Beautiful. Tart. Alright, y'all, we need 3 tablespoons in there. No seeds, please. 1, 2, 3. Got a little bit left, probably a tablespoon or so. I just used my hand, so it's not completely juiced. I do have juice running around here. Now we're just gonna beat this in. Delicious. Smells so good. Scrape it down. Lemony. Now we're gonna crack in 4 eggs. 1. Mix this in. Scrape it down. 2. Beat it up. 3 and 4. It got more light and fluffy each egg we added. Alright, y'all, now we're gonna add the flour mixture and half a cup of milk, alternating. So I'm gonna add a little flour, mix it. We'll add in a little milk, mix it on low. Little flour, mix it. Before I add the milk, I'm gonna scrape down the side. It's getting really thick and heavy. Little milk. Alright, y'all, little flour. Okay, rest of the milk, mix, and lastly the flour. Super light and fluffy. Finish with the flour combo, y'all. Mix this up. Alright, y'all, we're gonna scrape these sides and kind of mix it if that mixer didn't get anything. Looks amazing, fluffy, soft, delicious. So light and fluffy. I have a loaf pan here with parchment already in it. I think I need to sprinkle it with a little flour. See if I can spray it with oil first. Just gonna give it a little spray, rub it. I think I'm gonna have to cut the corners. Just so we can lay a little better. Give it a little flour sprinkle. Got the sides and bottom coated a bit. Now we'll pour it in. I've got the oven preheating 350. We're gonna bake this beauty for about an hour. This is super full. Smells delicious. Yes, I have tasted the batter. It tastes delicious. This is a very full pan, so hopefully it cooks good. We're tiny living, and this oven is actually amazing if you're new, and we love it. It has cooked things up beautifully for us so far. And I'm just gonna level this out, and I'm gonna cut a bit down there. There we go. I'm gonna bake this at 350 for about an hour, maybe a little longer. Throwing her in. I probably need to drop my stove one level, just so the top doesn't hit the top of the oven. Going in. Alright, y'all. The bread is out. Here it is. It's just the flour. It's a little dark. Smells lemony. Should be delicious. This little rack we purchased at a garage sale for like $1 for our old smoker. It didn't really work for us, but it's a great drying rack or cooling rack. It's a great cooling rack. So I'm just going to mix together the glaze. Should be quick, simple, and easy. All right, y'all, we're gonna make this glaze and finish this bread up. We need a cup of powdered sugar. This is a 1/3 scoop here. That seems like a lot of glaze. It's probably really good though. We need a tablespoon of lemon juice, so that's perfect. So that's basically what I have. I'm gonna put all of this juice in there through my little sifter to not get these seeds, chunks, and pulp basically. There's a little bit of flesh. I think that's pretty much a tablespoon. See, that's why I shouldn't have done that. That's why I didn't do that in the first place, you know? Then we need 2 teaspoons of milk for the recipe as well. It called for, I think they both call for whole milk. We don't buy whole milk. 2 teaspoons of whole milk, and we will mix this right up. It's a very simple glaze, powdered sugar, y'all, with milk or some sort of liquid. You don't want to put too much liquid. This is super thick though. So look at this. We're definitely going to need a little more. This is, I think it's way too thin. Thick, way too thick. Oh yeah. I'm going to add half a teaspoon more, and we'll assess. This is going to be lemony, bright, delicious. It's still super thick. This is what you could dip a hot donut in. The recipe, I thought I read that you should let it cool first, so my bread's not hot, but this is not gonna work. Yes, it says cooled pound cake. See if I can get a little bit more juice out of here. Now I don't got any man strength, just simple strength here. All right, let's try that. Super thick, but at least I can move it now. It can go from super thick to way too runny real quick. So just careful with your liquid or you'll have a ton of icing. That looks amazing. If it's thinner, it'll drizzle better. If it's too thin, it'll just run off. If it's too thick, you'll have globs. Now this is runny, like you can drizzle it, but might be too thick. I think you could use lemon. Honestly, I don't think I'm getting a ton of lemon. Not getting much more juice out of it though. A couple drops of milk. Let's see if that'll thin it out at all. I don't know if all my family is gonna enjoy this glaze. Oh, okay. Could have been worse. I clean this thing all the time, so it's no biggie. Okay. Looks pretty good. Still a little thick, but that should be beautiful. Beautiful. Now, alright y'all, I don't use these too often anymore, but I think it'll look really beautiful on this plate. Looks huge. That's a little better. Okay. Now this little, I might have to use this more often. This is amazing. Got a couple little imperfections, kind of in a shape of a U or a C. It's cute. We're gonna give her a glaze, y'all. Check her out. Check her out. It's all about the look, y'all. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna light this because it is lemon scented. I've never used this little booger to light this candle. We're gonna give it a shot. Can also just tilt it. Okay. It's lemony. I might have just burnt the cannolis out of this lighter. I think it's fine for now. I use it to light the stove. Okay. Now, my whole family, like I said, I don't think will like this glaze. Some of them are simple people, y'all. So we're just gonna do what we can here and lightly glaze this bad boy. Could have been cuter, but let's see. I think it'll be good with the glaze. It's also not drizzling exactly how I would hope, but that is okay. I'm gonna drizzle this side up really nice because I want to try it with a lot of glaze. Alright y'all, we're kind of doing a half ski, light, kind of a gradient. Alright y'all, let's cut into it. I'm also going to use kind of a ridiculous knife, and we're also going to start on the not frosted side. It's got a more of a firm crust, but the inside is so soft. Wow, y'all. Smells delicious. Let's plate some up. We're gonna have to cut 2 slices, y'all. Both ends. I know it's weird. Try it. Wow, very lemony. Now the outside is a little questionable, I would say, but it turned out delicious. Beautiful. We will be making this again. It turned out absolutely incredible. We're gonna go over to taste test. I'm gonna try a little bit of frosting on this end piece. It's very sweet. Definitely don't need all that sugar. It's super good, especially with that glaze. Alright y'all, maybe I didn't explain the frosting enough because my husband actually likes it. He likes that there's lemon in it. I'm like, yeah man, it's a lemon cake, yo. Get a little lemon on there. He likes crust, bread. I think I'll like this second, the inside pieces. Got it a little thin here, but it's okay. The bottom's softer too, obviously because it was sitting on the table and the parchment. It's pretty good. And the lemon flavor will probably come out even stronger tomorrow, the next day. This is delicious, y'all. It wouldn't be like a everyday or super common dessert, but it is good on occasion. A rare craving. I encourage y'all to give this a try. We really enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. Give this recipe a try. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Bon appetit. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace out.